All right, let's talk about the pocket pistol. Okay, the pocket pistol SIRT is a little bit unique from some of the other models because it doesn't emulate a particular platform out there. What we found with all the subcompact models, like the Shields and the Cars and the Glock 43s and all that, they're all narrower than an inch, and they feel substantially similar. And you can challenge yourself if you have some, in your gun safe. Just pick one up, and try to randomize it, doing like a shuffle to unloaded guns, and just pick one up and see if you can tell much of the difference. There's less of a distinct feel with those subcompact pistols. So, and there's so many of them too. What we did and decided on is like, okay, let's just make a bit of a homogenized version of all of them, because subcompact pistols are difficult to shoot natural point of aim. I don't want to go off on tangents here, but my belief is because they're so narrow, it's hard to get the support hand on, and without that rear quarter flank engagement to help alignment, there's just less surface area there to get a feel for it, to really hone in your natural point of aim. And I've tested that with just doing a ton of reps on this, seeing if I can develop it, and I just can't develop it as well as say a 115C, like a Glock 19. But anyways, but they have their place in the market, subcompact guns, and you got to train with it. So we want to meet that need. But here's what we did find. We did find that these grip extensions matter as far as the feel of the gun. So you can see right here, we have 3 different grip extensions. We have flat, we have a straight one, which emulates a lot of the pistols that are a little bit longer or they have extended mags. Kind of the Shield comes to mind from Smith Wesson, which is a really, really good gun. And then we have a curved one. And this curved one emulates kind of like the Glock 43 with that curved extension a little bit. So those have a bit of a effect on the feel. There is a compromise though. None of the pocket pistols do mag changes. And the reason is because we're emulating so many different smaller pistols that those reloading mechanisms are different for them all. And quite frankly, subcompact pistols in the marketplace, generally speaking, reloading and extra mags just aren't as prevalent. It shouldn't be that way, but we find it is that way. Nonetheless, I would suggest reloading and learning to reload with your live fire pistol, and reserve the SIRT training for your natural point of aim, your trigger control, some of your sighted fire, your support hand shooting, compromised shooting positions, all those manipulation skill drills, so you can get just super substantively confident with your pistol craft skills, in particular one with a smaller platform pistol. So to change these, what you do is you pop out these 2 pins and you just slide in different base extensions. So anyhow, that's a bit on the compact pistol. But this is unique. This does come in a polymer slide, and this does come in red laser, and it also comes in metal slide with green laser. And then of course you can get a polymer slide with green laser, and you can get a metal slide with red shot indicating laser. Okay. It's a bit of a mouthful, but you can see on the website here, there's those options. And then there's a third option on here where we just, like, generally people either want the straight extension, okay, or they want the curved extension. So in addition just to the flat, shorter one, all right? So that's another option. And if you want to buy an extra extension, they're a few bucks, nothing crazy, okay? So those are some of the big options. And you may ask yourself, like, okay, what would I want to get? Do I want to get a polymer slide or do I want to get a metal slide? Well, if you pick up both of them, like say if you had an opportunity at a trade show, in which we go to, what have you, you'll see the polymer slide. It feels pretty good, but when you get the metal slide and that full weight and the feel, it just has heft to it. Is it worth that extra $100? It's kind of up to you. But when you're doing transitions and you want to transition with an equivalent weight to a live fire gun, things like that, I don't know, it's hard to explain obviously through video here, but there's just a nice heftiness to the metal slide, which just has value to it, okay? But you really can't go wrong with a polymer slide if you want to save a little bit of money, all right? And in like turn, red shot indicating laser versus green shot indicating laser. Like the other SIRT pistols, and you can look at some of the videos above, there's a trigger prep, so you get all that training with trigger prep and what have you. And the trigger's adjustable on these, which is really cool. But do you get a red shot indicating laser or a green shot indicating laser? If you're shooting outside a lot, the green is really helpful. It's much more visually receptive, okay? And it's very distinctive between, because you have prep in the red, and then you have shot indicating in the green. So you do have a little bit more distinction between your prep and break for those various drills involved around prepping the trigger. Versus, we have, I got turned on, but you have, red shot indication only. Red shot indication is fine. So if you want to go a lot less expensive and go polymer slide and red laser, you won't regret it. Okay, you really, really won't. But also, I guess in the same token, if you spend a little extra and you go that full slide and that green laser, just the quality around that is very noticeable, and you won't regret that decision either. So, a paradox of choice. You just can't go too wrong on any of those options with the Performer. So yeah, if you have subcompact pistol, get a Performer. I think you'll really, really, really enjoy training your manipulation skills and getting all these short little, uncalibrated training throughout the day of building that substantive confidence with your pistol craft.